All right, ladies and gentlemen, my guest is a two-time WWE champion. He's also an eight-time Intercontinental champion, and he can be seen each and every week on Monday Night Raw. Also, he and his lovely wife, Maurice, and their family can also be seen each week on their hit reality show, Miz and Mrs., also on the USA Network. The Miz has also teamed up with a great charitable organization, and we'll get to know a little bit more about this next guest. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the one and only Mike Mizanin, better known as the Miz. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I am doing awesome as always. I mean, anytime that I can be involved with a charity that, donates shoes and clothes to people, I'm always for it and I'm always in a good mood.
Hey, man, that's always a great thing. So I want to dial back just a tad bit. Talk about your upbringing, growing up in Ohio. What was that like for you? And what experiences did you learn from that enabled you to be who you are today?
Well, I'm from Parma, Ohio, and I think the standard fare for Parma, Ohio is you go to school. After you go to school, you go to college. After you go to college, you go back to Parma, Ohio, you get a job, you get a family, and that's what you do for the rest of your life. At least that's the way that my brain was always put into it. And when growing up in Parma, it was pretty incredible because I'm still really good friends with the people I went to high school with. And I don't know too many people that, 20, oh my gosh, 21 years later can say, like, every time I go to Cleveland, I will see 20 of my best friends from high school, and we'll all go out and hang out and still talk. I talk to them on a daily basis. And honestly, it's pretty incredible. Like, that's how close knit that we all were. And it doesn't matter if I'm a WWE superstar or was on a reality show. That didn't matter. That they didn't care about that. They were my friends. They knew me before I was anything. They knew me when I was flipping burgers at my dad's Mr. Hero. They would come in and go, dude, can we get free food today? I'm like, this is my dad's shop. You're taking money from me, guys. They were my friends when I was a greeter at Abercrombie, and they would come to where I was greeting, and they would make fun of me. Just stand out in front and be like, gotta greet me again, gotta greet me again. So it's pretty incredible. Like, I love the fact that I grew up in Parma, Ohio, just because of not only is the city great, but the people keep you grounded. And, you always feel a sense of love whenever I go there.
No, that's great. Now I know you are a big time Cleveland sports fan,
Huge.
and how great do you feel about the Cleveland Browns this season, and how impressed are you about the front office really changing the culture of that franchise?
Schedule just came out, and I looked at the schedule, and I always look at it every year and I go, which games can we win? No doubt in my mind. And I found 10 games, no doubt in my mind. And then I found 4 other games that I was like, pretty good chances we'll win. And then there was 2 games I was like, this is going to be a hard hitting game. And of course, the first game is Kansas City. Our first week is Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm like, there's one that honestly, it could go either way because we almost beat them in the playoffs. I'm thinking around 12 to 13 wins this year for the Cleveland Browns. I think we're going to the Super Bowl. I've said it numerous times. I'll be the first to say it. We're going to the Super Bowl, and we're going to win the Super Bowl. And this is the first time where people can actually go, I see it. Like, when we went through free agency and we were going into the draft, I looked at the draft. This is the first time that I looked at a draft and I go, I don't really care. Like, all our starters are set. We have everything we need. We're just getting backups now. And honestly, or people that literally are going to try to take starters' jobs. And that's incredible. And it was in Cleveland. The draft was in Cleveland, and I didn't care for the first time. It was the first time we weren't a top 5 pick, So I'm just super excited about the season. I think Kevin Stefanski came in to the Browns organization, and every coach says, I'm going to change the mentality. And we all believe it right away. We all believe it. I've been through it so many times. And every time, this is the quarterback. This is the franchise. This is the franchise. And this is the first time a coach said it and did it and proved it. And not only did he prove that he taught the Browns a winning mentality. And the reason I know this is because we were winning close games. We usually lose the close games. We're like the Los Angeles Chargers. And if anyone knows sports, last year, the Chargers were awesome. Like they were great. They would lose games by like a touchdown, a field goal. And they were like, I think they won like 3 or 4 games last year, but they should have won like 10. But they just didn't have that mentality. And the Browns would be that team. They would lose by 7, 3 points here and there. They just couldn't figure out how to win. Kevin Stefanski taught them how to win, and now the Browns have a winning mentality. They're a close grit. I mean, they are like a close-knit group where you look at Baker Mayfield, all the weapons that he has. He has protection on his line. Now you look at the defense. How are you going to double team Myles Garrett when you have Clowney on the other side? It's just not going to happen. Myles Garrett is going to be the defensive player of the year, and that defense is going to be insane. And the offense has so many weapons. I don't know how it doesn't do well. Now, people are like, is Baker going to win MVP? To be honest, I think they're a running team. We have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, which are 2 of the best running backs in the entire league on one team. It's like Bo Jackson and Marcus Allen back in the Oakland days. I mean, this is the team that I've been dreaming of since the Bernie Kosar era.
Wow. You know what? And I do like the Cleveland Browns secondary too. I think they definitely improved in the secondary. So
oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, Newsome is going to bring in a whole in some depth, and I honestly think he could take someone's job.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, speaking, you talked about the Chargers, you talked about the Browns. Now we know the Browns are going to be traveling to brand new SoFi Stadium this season. Will you be in attendance?
I'm hoping and praying that I'll be able to take that day off and watch the Browns beat the is it the no, it's the Chargers. I'd love to see them beat the Chargers this year. They'll win. Yeah, they'll win. No problem. They got it. I think it'll be a close game. I just don't think the Chargers have tipped the scale to a winning mentality, and they need to prove it to me in order for me to believe. I already believe in the Browns, and so I will definitely want to see that stadium because it looks incredible. And I also want to see the Raiders stadium. I haven't seen that one yet either. Those are the 2 stadiums that I want to get to.
Absolutely. Now, one thing you talk about charity and something that you believe in is a charity called Souls for Souls, which is a great nonprofit charity that receives donations from clothes and shoes from individuals and even community people and corporations. What intrigued you to get involved with this particular organization, Miz?
I mean, you just said it right there, man. I mean, I have, it's terrible to say, but I have so many shoes. I imagine you have so many shoes. There are people out there that don't have one pair of shoes. Like that's incredible to me. And for an organization to be able to donate shoes and clothes to people that are in need, sign me up every single time. And, I think, Loterman's campaign of go with confidence is right up the Miz's alley. Like every time I walk out to the ring, you see me go with confidence. I walk tall. I have a lot of confidence, and I want other people to be able to walk with confidence. And, with me, my feet are an important part of how I succeed in a WWE ring, and you need to take care of yourself. And I think, this Go With Confidence charitable auction is going to be able to raise a lot of money by me. I have autographed a pair of shoes, and you could win that bid if you raise enough money for the cause. And also, it's not just my shoes that are signed. There are other celebrities that have signed shoes as well. So definitely, we teamed up with eBay for charity. And if you go to that spot, and all the money that will be raised goes to Souls for Souls. And not only that, Bayer is donating $1 to anyone who buys a Loterman Daily Prevention product, up to $50,000. So we're going to make that, and to raise the money, and all the proceeds go to Soul for Souls. So I mean, this is just an incredible charity. It's an incredible cause, and it's an incredible message. # Go with confidence everywhere you go. because there's so much negativity in this world. Every time I go on Twitter, you better believe I see people just ripping me a new shred of just how terrible I am, how I should get out of the ring. You don't deserve to be here. You suck. I get a lot of that. And whenever I can send a positive message out there into the world and make a difference, you better believe that the Miz will do that.
You talk about the fans. I'd be remiss if I didn't get into the WWE just a little bit. You talk about the fans, and it seems like you really feed off of that type of energy, and it really fuels you, especially in the ring. I noticed the last couple of weeks, you and Johnny Drip Drip, better known as John Morrison, you guys really have a great combination. How did you guys build that dynamic, and what can we expect on Sunday with WrestleMania Backlash?
Right away, John and I clicked, and I remember when we first started. I mean, this was back in 2007. We were having great matches as a tag team, and this was a makeshift tag team. They just kind of put us together, and because they really didn't know what to do with us, so they just kind of put us together, and all of a sudden we just started developing chemistry. And through time and time again, now it's like we finish each other's sentences, but we would drive all over the United States, sometimes 3-4 hours, and we were having great matches, but nobody knew our character. Nobody knew who we were. So we created this YouTube show. And remind you, back in 2007, YouTube wasn't what it is today. There was no Twitter there. I think there was MySpace, maybe Facebook was out by then, but it was all brand new, and YouTube was even brand new, and WWE didn't even have a YouTube channel. And we were the first show put on the WWE YouTube channel, and which we literally wanted, and we edited it, wrote it, acted in it. And it was just like a sketch comedy show that we would do to tell people, to show people our characters. And, we finally, got it on air, and it created a huge buzz. And now we sit here today and we do dirt sheets all the time on the show, not even on YouTube. We do it on the show because it created such a huge popularity for it. And, John's the type of person that pushes me and motivates me. And his energy is contagious, where this guy loves working out. I am not the biggest fan of working out, but man, I'll tell you what, there's a reason why John Morrison has 8-pack and, I have a keg, but I mean, being around him, like I said, his energy is contagious. So it makes me want to work harder, and it motivates myself. And to be honest, I look at John Morrison as a main event caliber superstar, and it's only a matter of time before he is WWE champion, leading this entire organization.
But how are you able to balance everything, Miz? I mean, you're a father, you're a husband, you're a WWE superstar. How do you balance all of that and still make sure the public only gets so much of your private time, and then you get your own private time away from everything?
When we set out to do Miz and Mrs., I said, if we're doing this, we're giving them our life. Like, we are going to put our lives on TV for everyone to enjoy. And to be honest, a lot of our arguments, Miz and Mrs. isn't about the drama. It's about the comedy, because whenever we get into arguments, it makes for a great laugh for people. My hell is everyone else's pleasure a lot of the time. And that's the type of show we wanted to create, a show that people could laugh at. I don't look at our show and say, this is a reality show. I look at it in the caliber of Curb Your Enthusiasm, Seinfeld, The Office. And a lot of people are like, yeah, those are the greatest shows on the planet. And I'm like, yeah, that's how confident I am with Miz and Mrs., that it is a terrific, fun, family-filled comedic show that people can all sit down and watch and enjoy. And honestly, it brings my family closer. And you asked, how do you manage your time? Like, with a show like Miz and Mrs., my dad never wants to come out to see us unless we're shooting Miz and Mrs., because then he gets to be on TV. So it brings my dad in here, and they get to spend time with Monroe and Madison. And honestly, looking at Monroe with my dad, she calls him Jojo because she can't say George. And so she'll be like, Jojo. And anytime she sees so my dad goes, I have an orange tree, and my dad will go out and pick an orange, and he'll peel it for Monroe. And so every time she sees an orange, she goes, Jojo. And it's the most adorable thing. that you could ask for. And, to have Miz and Misses bring our family together and to shoot together, it's a lot of fun. And that's kind of how I manage my time. I make sure that the things I do, I'm enjoying, and it doesn't take away from spending time, those quality time with my daughters. And a lot of people are like, yeah, like you work so much. It's like, yes, but I make sure that every time I'm with my daughters, I am present, I am there, and they take away a memory of that day. We do something that's memorable, whether it's painting, whether it's playing, peekaboo. So stupid, but it's the stupidest things that make them laugh. And that's what it's all about, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. You know what? I watched the fishing episode and I felt your pain, man, because my dad does the same thing to my son. Like, it's like the weirdest thing. Like, they just want to go all out for the grandkids. But I'm like, why were you like that with me?
Right. And that, like, I always ask my dad, I go, like, I'll be like, Dad, you want to go out to eat? He'll say, yeah, let's go out to eat. And I go, just me and you. And he'll go, yep, just me and you. I'll go out to eat with him, and there's 40 people there. And I don't even get to talk to him. Don't even get to hang out with him. He never wants to hang out with me alone. Like, he just wants to hang out with everyone and be like, hey, this is my son. And everyone goes, he's so proud of you. He's so proud of you. He's so proud of me. I have never heard him say that I'm proud of you, Mike. He's like, yeah, but he tells everybody else he doesn't want to tell you. Well, why? I tell my daughters every day that I love them, that I'm proud of them. I hug them. I kiss them. I give them everything that I feel like maybe I didn't get. But honestly, I think my dad drives me, that drives me and motivates me. So maybe it's the right thing. I don't know. But yeah, sometimes you want that recognition from your parents.
Absolutely. Lastly, before I let you get on out of here, I know you a shoe head. So give me your top 3 shoes that the Miz has to have at all times.
Air Force One, pair of golf shoes. Right now I'm wearing the Stan Smiths. They just came out, I think, by Adidas. And then I'm always wearing these right now. I'll show you what I'm wearing right now. I'm always wearing these bad boys.
Oh,
these those are so
clean.
Comfortable.
Those are clean, Miz.
Yeah, they're real nice. Yeah, they're real comfortable too. So I wear these a lot because they slip right on and they're real easy to put on and off and everything.
Oh man, you're gonna make me step my shoe game up now.
Thank you so much, up, baby. I mean, those would be my 3 go-tos. Yeah. And honestly, the golf shoes, I just got them and man, they're so freaking comfortable. And they look cool too.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Well, you know what, Miz? Thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure and a privilege to have you on the show. And please let everyone know where they can keep up with you and follow you on social media.
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, as well as TikTok at Mike the Miz. Definitely don't want to miss out on that because honestly, my social media game's pretty good.
Oh, it's popping.
Yeah,
it's definitely popping for sure. Well, good luck this Sunday at WrestleMania Backlash, and we look forward to talking to you sometime in the near future.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you.